Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn how to write a powerful debate speech, alright, using the motion rural life is better than town life, alright. This is a very common exam question, and the main learners, they lose marks because they fail to organize the points properly and make their speeches more convincing, right? Okay, but today I will show you how to write alright, a speech that sounds confident, persuasive and impressive. Alright, now let's begin. Okay, so the question says write a speech in favor of the motion. Alright, now the word in favor, in this case, it means you must support the idea completely, right? Okay, you are not supposed to argue, okay, both sides, but you should do support only one side, right? You must defend the rural life and make sure that you give examples, all right, why is better than town life. All right, now the examiners has already given the points here, you can see. So these points, they'll help us to write the speech that is required, right? You can see the points there. I will not read through the points, but you can see the points. Okay, very important. Of course, these are just the instructions, we know how to go about it. All right, so now bear with me. I'm going to explain to the fullest. Right, now let's begin. Okay, so in this case, your task now is to turn these points, all right, into powerful and strong speech. All right, so at this point we are going to begin with the introduction. Right, we are going to begin with introduction. So I'm going to get the pen paper here. I'll use the pen paper. All right, now how do you begin the introduction? Remember, we are talking about the what the motion that talks about it. Rural life is better than town life, right? And these are the points that have been given here. We have safer, all right, less crimes in towns, less crimes than towns. You have fresh air or food, all right, healthier, cheaper accommodation, and so many other points. Okay, so you've seen those. Now let's begin from here. So now remember, there they've told you that in this case you are you've taken part in national schools debate competition, and at this point you need to debate on this matter. Now how do you go about it? All right, so we are going to start with introduction. Okay, listen to this example carefully. Right, so we are going to begin by saying good morning. Right, good morning. Good morning. Okay. Good morning, Madam. Madam Chairperson. Madam Chairperson. All right. Adjudicators. Adjudicators. Comma. Teachers. Fellow pupils. Okay. Fellow pupils. Ladies and the gentlemen. Ladies and the gentlemen, or gentlemen. Okay, that is you are recognizing everyone who is in the presence, right? This is more like recognition in your opening speech, right? When you are beginning, you have to recognize those who are in place, those who are present in that particular debate, or people you are talking to. That is the rule here. In your introduction, make sure you acknowledge. All right, then from there you're going now to give your point. Now what are you talking about? What is your what is your goal now? You're going to say today I rise with great, okay, with great confidence, to support, okay, to support the motion, that rural, okay, that the rural life is far, okay, is far better than town life. Okay. Wow towns may appear, okay, okay, wow towns may appear modern, but okay. So now here, what are you doing? Here you are trying to support it fully, right? Wow towns may appear modern and attractive, okay. The reality is that rural areas, okay, rural areas provide a safer, healthier, okay, and more peaceful, life for, okay, for people of all ages, full stop. Okay. Now, this is an introduction. You have acknowledged the people who are in the meeting, or those who are in the attendance of the speech, and also you have positioned yourself, which motion you support, right? And also you have acknowledged why you support that motion, right? So these are the key areas that you need to deal with when you are starting with you are dealing with the speech. Okay. Then from there, now you need to know that you need now to develop your develop the strong points. Now developing the strong points, in this case we are saying start with one of the strongest arguments. Okay. For example, you're going to say firstly, rural areas are much, okay, are much safer than towns. Okay. Crimes such as theft, okay, violence, and robbery is far less common. Okay. It's far less common because people because people know each other. Know each other and care for one another. And care for one another. In towns, okay, in towns, many people live. Many people live in fear. Live in fear and cannot even not even trust, right? Cannot even trust their neighbors. Not even trust their neighbors. Okay? Nice. Okay? Now you have to notice that the point is explained clearly, right? This point, it is the first point that we talked about here. Safer, right? We've talked about safer. So this point we have explained it in the first paragraph, talking about less crimes than in towns. In this case, we explained in detail here. We have explained in detail on that point, right? So apart from that, now we can go to the next point, which is healthier. Okay, the next point we are going to go to healthier. All right, so we are going to say secondary rural life promotes good promotes good health, right? Good health. Now, that is the point, right? Now we are explaining. Now we are going to say people enjoy fresh air. Clean water. Okay. And natural food directly from their gardens, or farms. Unlike towns filled, okay, unlike towns filled with smoke, noise, okay, and pollution. Okay, rural area or rural areas provide a peaceful and healthy environment. Okay, so this is the second point that we've just explained here. All right, when you're writing, you have to focus, right? Stay focused. Now, we've talked about that. Now, let's go to the next point. The next point is talking about better environment for children. Okay, so here we can Okay, here we've talked about cheaper accommodation. People are more freely, less danger, traffic. So here you can rewrite this in certain in different ways. Now, if we are going to go to friendly environments, okay, I mean friendly communities. Friendly communities, you are going to say, furthermore. So we are using these linking words for the purpose. Furthermore, people, okay, in rural people in rural communities I think I remember last time I told you that the point is not every time that you'll be writing one point independently. You can combine similar points together in one paragraph. I explained that. Okay? So furthermore, people in rural communities are more friendly, and united. Are more friendly and united. Okay? They help each other. They help each other during difficulty times, and live like one family. Live like one family. Okay. In towns, however, people, okay, in towns, however, people are always in a hurry, and often ignore, right? Often ignore one another. Okay. Hopefully you are following closely, right? Now, apart from that, the next point we talk about the better environment for children. Better environment for children. Okay. So, we're going to say rural areas. This is another paragraph. Rural areas are also, this is a linking word, right? Are also better for rising. Okay, children. Better for rising children. Full stop. Children grow up with discipline. Grow up with discipline. Okay. Respect, and good manners. There is less traffic. Okay. Less violence less violence, and fewer bad influence. Fewer bad influence. Fewer bad influences compared to towns. Okay, that is the one point. Another point there. Okay, now apart from that, we can also talk about the cost of living. Very important, this one also. Okay, cost of living. So I'm sure you can see here we've talked about it cheaper, right? Accommodation is cheaper, and the food do stuff. See, okay, food much cheaper. So cheap and cheap, these can be grouped together. In short, you can talk about it as a cost of living, right? So you need to be very strategic when you're writing composition. Now, in this case, you're going to say, in addition, comma, accommodation, and food are cheaper in rural areas. Okay, families can grow their own food and live comfortably. Without they can live comfortably without spending, right? Spending too much. Without spending too much money. Okay. Now, in this case, I would assume you've written everything. After you've written everything, just like I've given you the example, now you're going to go to conclusion. So in conclusion, you're going to say, so make sure your conclusion must be stronger. It should leave an impression, a final impression. All right. So in this case, you're going to say, in conclusion, comma, rural life offers peace, affordable, healthy food, and strong communities. I mean, strong community values. Okay. Towns may have tall buildings, and busy streets. Busy streets. Okay. but they also bring pollution, okay, crime, okay, and stress. For this reason, okay, for these, not for this, but for these reasons, I strongly support the motion that rural life is better, okay, is better than town life. Okay, then after you've written like that, you are going to finish with the confidence, saying thank you. Okay, so that is how you present how you write speech. In this case, this is a debate speech. Okay, in this case, this is a debate speech. Anyway, so if you may need a soft copy or typed copy of what I've written, I can still share with you. All right. Okay. Now, what you need to know is that before we end, you need to remember these following tips, right? Okay. You use the formal language when you're writing speech. Avoid the words that are not necessary. All right. Then you organize speech in paragraphs. Okay. Use the linking words. For example, firstly, furthermore, in addition, lastly, those are linking words. Okay. Then we are saying stay within the word limit, because if you go beyond they will be cancelled. All right. Then mostly you have to sound confident and persuasive, right? Because no one is going to listen to boring speech. All right. Then also you need to make sure that you do the right thing. Okay. So that brings us to the end of today's lesson. If this lesson helped you, make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more powerful English lessons and examination tips. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.